Alright, we are live. Hopefully. With the next episode, this is the last regular season episode of RCW, so I thought I'd do a double header today. I just got done doing the other one a couple minutes ago. Thought I'd do a double header today since I couldn't stream on Wednesday, and I'll be streaming Lockdown on Friday, and I don't want to be streaming like two separate things on that day. And since I got time, I figured I'd stream this one. So, obviously, stuff that happened last episode, which just ended a couple minutes ago. We had Paige versus Ember Moon for the fourth spot in the Elimination Chamber match, in which Paige won that one to declare her spot. We had the Usos versus Rated Charisma, Edge and Christian. And the Usos came out on top as they continued their momentum towards their match against the newly formed team, the Outlaws, for the RCW Tag Team titles. We also had another qualifier match for the Women's Elimination Chamber Championship match, in which Charlotte Flair took on Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair earned the fifth spot in the Elimination Chamber match. We had two awesome main events. The co-main event was Jason Outlaw versus Mustafa Ali, the heart of RCW, heart of 205 Live, heart of SmackDown Live, whatever you want to call him, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, which ended in an elbow drop off of a limousine in the parking garage, declaring Jason Outlaw the winner of that match. Now, the main event. Chris Danger versus John Cena. Last man standing match. Probably one of the most historic matches we've had here in RCW. And Danger became the victor. So Danger, I can tell you, that match that took place, John Cena versus Chris Danger, last man standing match that took place a couple minutes ago in the last episode, that was an insane match. That was crazy. Chris Danger used John Cena's move, the AA, the Attitude Adjustment, against him to beat John Cena. What an embarrassing way to lose on John Cena's part. But that's how it went down, and I guarantee Chris is having a lot of confidence heading into the Elimination Chamber match for the RCW World title. And that is going to be that is going to be historic. I guarantee you guys are going to like that, because that is star-studded. That is star-studded. So, for the next, for this last episode, I figured, you know, when we always get down to the end of a season, I feel like the last couple episodes are always the best ones, because they're the ones that everybody is expecting something to happen, one way or the other. And usually before a pay-per-view, a lot of big things happen on Raw or SmackDown, or both, that are big, that lead up to really good matches. So we have Luna Outlaw, the youngest of the Outlaw family, taking on Alexa Bliss for the final spot in the Elimination Chamber match. Can you believe this? Two Outlaws, Sky and Luna, plus Paige, Violet Knight in an Elimination Chamber match, and Charlotte Flair in an Elimination Chamber match. That is absolutely star-studded. Can you imagine if it comes down to Luna Outlaw and Sky Outlaw battling it out to be crowned, or for, in Luna's case, to be crowned the youngest RCW Women's Champion at 19. In Sky's case, her reign is at stake. And I'm pretty sure, judging by how close the Outlaws are as a family, that even if Sky were to lose to either Paige or to Luna, she wouldn't care as much. Any other woman in there, she probably would lose it. But especially even if she loses to her sister, I guarantee, and it wouldn't matter as much to her because, hey, that's her sister, and, you know, family is everything to the Outlaws. But without further ado, let's head right into this. Like I said, doubleheader today. I will be streaming Lockdown tomorrow at 2 o'clock, depending on if they're still holding classes for college tomorrow. I expect them to, because I doubt they're going to cancel 3 days in a row. And this time I actually turned entrances on. I realized all the entrances were off for the previous matches. Not that that was a bad thing, but, you know. So we have Luna Outlaw. My God, is she incredible. The matches that she's put on here at RCW are just incredible. For somebody as young as Luna Outlaw is at only 19 years old, 17 years old in the Lockdown universe, as it takes place 2 years prior. For somebody who is that young and is able to compete at such a level, that's extraordinary. And compete so well too. And to be in this match of high caliber at somebody her age, that's extraordinary. That's something that has never happened on RCW ever since Sky got the opportunity to take on Paige for the Women's Championship. But there she is, the goddess, Alexa Bliss, recently returning to in-ring action after being injured in the WWE at the Royal Rumble. But like I said, none of that matters here in RCW. It's a whole new life, whole new career for these superstars. So let's get going. And I'm pretty sure she would like a spot in the Elimination Chamber match to win her first title here in RCW. And we're underway here. Remember, this is a normal match. Anything goes. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that it is a fair match. Bayley would say otherwise, as Bayley kind of got screwed over. But like I said, stuff happens sometimes. And that's how it is. As Luna taking a page out of Paige's moveset here with the mounted headbutts. Alexa taking a second, possibly think about what she's going to do here. And a snap suplex to Luna on the outside of the ring. Countouts are enabled here, but I never like to see matches like this end in countouts. Nobody likes to see a match end that way. As Alexa Bliss is being carried back into the ring by the young, yet somewhat veteran, Luna Outlaw. I mean, could you ever think of somebody like Luna Outlaw being 19 years old here on RCW and having the opportunities that she has had? The only person that you can possibly compare that sort of resume to is either Candy Floss of WWE NXT UK, her being 19 years old and and wrestling for the biggest company in the world, in terms of like wrestling wise, and Paige, you know, with everything that she did in her short career with WWE, like being the youngest Divas champion, then winning it again at SummerSlam on her birthday versus AJ Lee. Stuff like that only happens once in a blue moon there. And definitely you could say the same about Luna Outlaw and RCW and everything. And a blackout on Little Miss Bliss here. She usually follows that up with a dawning, but decides to throw her onto the outside of the ring. But Alexa Bliss with the reversal. Just a kick to slow Luna down. I've known Luna to be very quick, and the quickest way to beat her is to find a way to slow her down. And I think Bliss definitely has to try that out here. And then another snap suplex on the outside of the ring. Count of 6 here. 7. And Luna is very smart, resets the count, realizing that she does not want to win that way. She wants to earn that win. I don't blame her. And a Falcon Arrow by Luna Outlaw. She claims to be the one that you dream about at night, and as the general manager of this show, I can't really comment on that because that would be unprofessional of me, but I can see why. Now Luna's fired up now. Again, she still has the dawning in her back pocket, but doesn't really want to use it just yet. As Alexa now tries to get back in this matchup. Irish whip into the ropes and an arm drag, taking Luna down. Dragging her to the middle of the ring. Looking for insult to injury here. And it connects. Looking for the patented DDT here. But no, Luna says no and reverses it. Turns it around and a drop kick. Could that be it? I doubt it, but it could be. No, just a 1 count. Never have I ever met somebody as powerful as Luna is. And to think at a young age, as she lands another DDT at a young age, it's absolutely amazing to see somebody that has this type of ability. I always find the younger wrestlers more, I guess, entertaining to watch, I guess you could say, because it is just amazing at somebody. Like, it was amazing to watch Paige do what she did at the age that she did it at. You know, the fact, I mean, of course she had previous wrestling knowledge. You know, she wrestled ever since she was like 13 years old, but still, you know, there's people who have killed to be in the position that she was able to do. And with Casey, that one American Ninja Warrior girl that was in the Royal Rumble match, who recently signed a contract with WWE, somebody who doesn't have a wrestling background at all, and she performed like no other. Like, I've never seen somebody do the things that she has done. And for somebody who's never had a wrestling background, like, that is absolutely impressive. As Luna follows up the blackout with a dawning on Alexa Bliss. And Alexa could be saying goodbye to that spot, and Alexa kicks out at 2.5. But Luna cannot get irritated like your typical teenage girl, but she is definitely not your typical teenage girl, that's for sure, and connects on another dawning. Luna is the final entrant in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Wow. We'll have two outlaws, two sisters going at it. What's up, Just Carlos? Hey, I think you were in Clutchy's stream, right? Yep. I recognize you because you were from Clutchy's stream. Yep. You were the one talking about Full Sail University. I actually knew that. Everything that you were saying about how they're connected to WWE, because that's where NXT is usually at. That's at Full Sail. Well, the regular NXT, not the NXT UK. I don't really watch the regular NXT too much. I watch the UK one because I love like out of the country wrestlers. Oh, they only do it once a month now. Huh, that's strange. But they used to do it all the time. That used to be their thing. All the time that's what they would do. But, oh, yeah, I would imagine they travel, but, you know, they used to, way back in the, like, a couple years ago, they used to do it at Full Sail, like, legit all the time, and a bunch of, like, college students, a bunch of Full Sail college students would be in there. And it's, you know, because I used to watch it. I used to watch a lot of NXT when Alexa Bliss was there, and Paige was there. That was, like, my, like, really first but now, like, I rarely watch the NXT now. I do watch the takeovers, though, every once in a while, depending on how the match cards are. And those are usually good, if not better than the WWE pay-per-views, than the main roster ones. But I kind of watch the NXT UK because I like what they're doing with that, and some of my favorite wrestlers are on NXT UK, so that's what I watch now. Like Toni Storm and Candy Floss, who I love Candy Floss. I love it. I think she needs a new gimmick and a new wrestler name, but because Candy Floss doesn't scream wrestler to me, but she's awesome. As we have EC3, one of the contestants in the men's Elimination Chamber match for the RCW World title, going up against the RCW World Champion, Randy Orton, in a tables matchup. Definitely changing the game ever since he signed a multi-season contract, so EC3 is definitely not going anywhere. He is going to be here for the long haul. But the question is, can he beat Randy Orton? Hideo, yeah, Hideo, I love Hideo. I think he's leaving, though, I think. I don't know if he's, like, leaving. I know Dean is. So for those of you that are new to the stream, there is a currency called titles, and you can use that currency to earn rewards. We just added a new reward today, and that reward is, if you get, I believe it's 1,500 points, or 1,500 titles, you can create a pay-per-view attire for a wrestler that is in a pay-per-view match at one of the RCW pay-per-views that we have. That's one of the rewards that we have. To check out the many rewards that we have, you can go down in the panels and you will see the amount that each reward costs. As the Apex Predator, Randy Orton comes out here. You can check that out, see the different rewards that you can get. If you redeem said awards, an alert will pop up on stream, so I will know about it. I'll make sure to write it down. I think I can keep track of it through Streamlabs too as well. So I'll make sure to write it down so that I know. so that I know what you redeem. But you can go ahead and check those out. Also, if you don't know how to do it, it's easy. It's really easy. If you're watching on mobile, just click the puzzle piece and redeem those awards. Whatever reward you choose. However, there are some generic rewards like ask a question and all that stuff. All of that stuff is off. The only ones that are active are the ones that I've made that are down in the panels. Just so that you don't waste your title points or your titles. I'm just saying that just so that people don't waste their titles on something that doesn't work, right? You can earn said titles by hosting the stream, following the channel, interacting in the channel. You know, there's tons of ways that you can earn titles. Even lurking earns you titles. So even if you aren't, like, interacting in chat, per se, but you're still watching the stream or interacting with the stream in any way, shape, or form, you can earn titles. However, like interacting in chat and following the channel, subbing to the channel, like big actions like that help you earn more points as EC3 looks to get some momentum and an elbow drop right to Randy Orton as he lifts Randy Orton up. And a series of punches to the face of Randy Orton. How demoralizing this would be for Randy Orton if he loses to EC3. Now, the only reason why I'm saying that is because EC3 is one of the newest RCW signees, so he is a quote-unquote rookie. And I can imagine for somebody like Randy Orton, who has been a veteran of wrestling, losing to a rookie here on RCW would not go kindly with him as Randy Orton reverses and gets back in the ring. Just a kick to the back of EC3. A couple of stomps to the back as well. And now working on the arm of EC3. Wrenching on the neck of EC3. Now these two have a big, big match coming up at the RCW Forsaken pay-per-view, which is the next episode in Season 3, that is the Season 3 finale, so make sure that you don't miss that. As far as when that is, I will let you guys know. You guys can join the Discord by using the ! Discord command or using the panel link by clicking on the Discord logo in the panel. And I highly suggest you join that because I've been using that a lot to stay in contact with people. There are multiple text channels like music, TV shows, movies, whatever you want to talk about, that's the place to be. And it's just another way that I can connect with all of you beautiful viewers out there, as well as you can connect with all the other botchers. That's what you guys are called, the followers of the stream. You guys can connect with each other, and it's just a good way to interact with each other. Off stream or on stream. Doesn't matter how you use it. The reason why I chose to do that is because I realize a lot of people, they don't have Twitter or they don't like using Facebook or whatever for whatever reason, and that's understandable. As Randy Orton hits a DDT on EC3. So that's why I created the Discord so that I'm able to contact you guys in some way, shape, or form. It's a more controlled form of social media, I like to say, because I'm the leader of it, so I can ban or kick people. You know, there are moderators that will be added to it. There are like admins that will be added to it, as Randy Orton using the table as a weapon on EC3. So if anything goes wrong, you don't have to worry about it. Just let me know if there's some user that is breaking our rules. You know, and the rules are simple. Just be nice to each other and don't be a terrible person. We have enough of those people in the world. So remember, this is no disqualification. Tables match. EC3 with a couple of kicks to the leg. But a reversal by Randy Orton. Big time reversal by Randy Orton, and Randy Orton throws EC3 back into the ring. Remember, you have to put your opponent through the table to win. It's not going to work any other way. And a suplex right on the table, but it doesn't matter because the table's not even up. Now EC3 on the comeback now, very fired up. And a shoulder tackle there by EC3. Planting Randy Orton. And EC3 is definitely feeling it, but he's got to be careful because Randy Orton has an RKO, and he likes to hit it out of nowhere. Hence that's why it's called RKO out of nowhere. But I'm pretty sure you wrestling fans already know that already. EC3 looking to set up the table here, taking a little bit of too much time here. Randy Orton's kind of in the way, using his body to his advantage. Oh, a little bit of a reversal by Randy Orton. And a suplex by EC3. Uh-oh. What's EC3 going for here? Dragging Randy Orton to the side of the table. Looking to finish this matchup. Slamming Randy Orton through the table. And EC3 wins. Man, how much momentum does that have to be? Winning against the RCW World Champion. But these two will meet again, except in a different way. If EC3 can eliminate 5 other men, he will be crowned the RCW World Champion. He is the top 1%, but will he be the top dog after RCW Forsaken? You'll have to wait and find out. But our show continues as we move on to our next matchup. Damn, I gotta drink. And our next matchup is a tag team matchup between Chris Frost and The Rock, with Paige at ringside as the Undisputed Era returns. I believe they had their debut already. So, this is a newly formed tag team as The Rock came out to help out Chris in a matchup against Chris Jericho way back at a pay-per-view. Thank you, Wild Tay, for the host. I appreciate it. Now, Paige has had a very close relationship with the Outlaws, and the Outlaws are very good friends with Chris Frost as they all wrestled in the same wrestling promotion known as Manhattan Wrestling Entertainment, MWE, which you can see on my other show, Lockdown, which airs Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And any friend of the Outlaws is a friend of Paige's, and Paige loves to, you know, show a little support for almost any wrestler there is. She's just that kind of person. As Chris Frost has Paige right behind him. She said she wanted to even the odds because we all know how Adam Cole can be when it comes to the Undisputed Era and getting involved in matches. So why not even the odds and have the former RCW Women's Champion in your corner? And I don't know if you could smell what he's cooking, but so far in his career here at RCW, The Rock has definitely made a name for himself. Former RCW world champion when he defeated Braun Strowman. But now, he does not have that title. But I don't think that matters to him, because he will always be known as the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, and nobody can take it away from him. And he is also one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The highest paid movie star on planet Earth, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Also probably has one of the most greatest entrance music songs in on the planet. And we have the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly with Adam Cole not too far behind. Now these two like to gain some momentum in the tag team division. Well, let's see how Chris Frost and The Rock do. And a leg drop to Roderick Strong. Now, I kind of have to give the edge to the Undisputed Era just because they have been a tag team for a really long time, compared to The Rock and Chris, who have only been a tag team for not even a couple episodes of the show. Uh-oh, what's Roderick going for here, and just drapes Chris over the ropes, and now stomping on the very agile legs of the frosty one, Chris Frost. Chris able to reverse that one. You can hear "We Want Rocky" by the RCW Universe. And I don't blame them. Let's see if Chris can make a tag. Well, looks like he's going for... What's he going for here? And a fist right to the face of Roderick Strong. Wisely dragging Roderick Strong to the corner and tags in the People's Champ. Now The Rock. Now if The Rock stays in, this is what the Undisputed Era definitely has to fear. And a clothesline by The Rock. Double axe handle. Lifts Roderick up. What's he going for here? And a clothesline outside the ring. And you can hear Rocky chants by the RCW Universe. Rock making his debut as Rocky Maivia before he earned the signature name known as The Rock. Probably one of the greatest rivalries of professional wrestling was The Rock versus Stone Cold. In my opinion, that was probably, if not the greatest rivalry in professional wrestling. And a clothesline to The Rock. But they got to pay attention to the count here as Roderick Strong gets back in the ring, planting The Rock. And realizing it's time for a tag, tags in Kyle O'Reilly, but Adam Cole throws in a steel chair. I don't know how much help that's going to be. But The Rock knows that he can't use it. Oh, a little bit of help from Roderick Strong here. This is the corner that he doesn't want to be in. There, it gets to the other corner at least. Reversal. And a DDT to Kyle to Kyle O'Reilly. What's he going for here? And a rock bottom. Out of nowhere. From The Rock. Is that going to be it? But the referee is distracted. Adam Cole paying dividends. And again, The Rock getting a little bit distracted. But able to sniff that one out and takes Kyle O'Reilly down. Dragging him away. Tags in Chris. Surprisingly, this tag team really working out well together against a really powerful tag team in the Undisputed Era. What's Kyle going for here? Looks to be like an armbar of some sort. What looks like Chris is able to get out of that one. Looking for the hot tag, but Chris stops him. And a knee right to the back of the head of Kyle O'Reilly. Little bit of miscommunication, stomping. Missing a couple stomps there. And again, ooh, forcing the back of the head on the knee of Chris. Looking for the icebreaker. I've seen him do this before. But Kyle reverses it into a pin and only gets a 1 count. What a reversal, though. And a back suplex. Uh-oh. That can't be good for Chris. Planting Chris. But you got to remember, Chris is not too far away from his tag team partner, The Rock. And he can make a tag at any time. But Chris is definitely not in a viable position. Trying to wrench on the ankle. Or at least I believe that's the ankle. Bad camera angle there by our camera crew. It's been quite the habit here. We've had some issues with our camera crew there. Taking down Kyle again, making sure he can't make the tag. Dragging Kyle to the corner. Tags in The Rock, and The Rock is back in. Paige hasn't had to do much. She's kind of just here just to even the odds. Looks... Kyle O'Reilly looking for the guillotine on the People's Champ. But The Rock able to get out of it. The Rock still very much in this match. Couple of strikes by the People's Champ. This is definitely a bad spot for Kyle. Again, tries to make the hot tag. But The Rock stops him again. Kyle has been in this match for way too long. And a spine buster. Oh no! Roderick holding The Rock back so he can't attack his tag team partner. And Adam Cole paying dividends again, distracting The Rock. And now Roderick Strong finally makes his way back into this matchup. Kyle O'Reilly desperately needed that tag there. And a DDT on the Rock. Rock is in a bad way here. Irish whip to the corner. But able to reverse that knee. And slowly dragging Roderick Strong away from the corner. Trying to target Kyle O'Reilly here. But no! Trying to get him off the apron. Wasting precious time here. But The Rock is definitely not. And Adam Cole again. Paying dividends to the Undisputed Era. I think if Adam Cole was definitely not in this match, it would have been different. It's definitely a different match when Adam Cole is involved. Right in the middle of the ring here. Can we see another? I think we're going to see another spine buster to Roderick. Looking for rock bottom here. Rock bottom on Roderick Strong. Can he score a pin here? Chris goes in to stop Kyle. But Adam Cole distracting the referee. Good job on Chris though for stopping it from happening. And another rock bottom on Roderick. That's gotta be it now. And it is. Despite a few distractions from Adam Cole, the Undisputed Era falls short against the team of the People's Champ and the Frosty One. Wow. What teamwork by this newly formed tag team. Honestly, like I said at the beginning of this matchup, you kind of have to give it to the Undisputed Era, but I guess I underestimated just how well The Rock and Chris work together. I'm very surprised, though, that Paige did not get involved in the matchup. Maybe she felt that she didn't need to. And a shake of hands. And I guarantee this team is not going anywhere. I can definitely see tag team titles, tag team champions in the future. But what a match that was as we move on to our next one. We have our co-main event. Brian Outlaw as the Warden in a no disqualification match. I know it says normal, but that's because I had to customize it. I had a custom match. We have a no disqualification match between Brian Outlaw and the Rated R Superstar Edge. Now, based on Brian Outlaw's pedigree and how well he's done as the Warden, and the fact that it is no disqualification, this rules in Brian Outlaw's favor. 100%. But I can't count Edge out for the amount of matches that he has been in, and watching him for so many years. This is definitely Brian Outlaw's toughest opponent. We haven't seen the Warden in a while. I think the last time we'd seen it on RCW, if I'm correct, was the not the triple threat match, the Lights Out match between him and Triple H for the RCW Carnage title at way back in Season 2 at RCW Crusade. And I asked Brian, I'm like, how do you decide whether or not it's a good time to be the Warden versus the Outlaw, you know? And he says, when the match calls for it, I'll show up as the Warden. When the match calls for otherwise, I'll show up as myself. Honestly, I don't even know how great of an answer that is, but you think you know him, but you might not. The rated R superstar, Edge. There it is, the pyro goes off, and I guarantee Edge is looking to knock off one of RCW's best superstars in Brian Outlaw. But like I said, this match is no disqualification. So it definitely fares in Brian Outlaw's favor. And a spear right to Edge. An early pin and just a 1 count, obviously, as this match just started. But a lot of times, Brian likes to start it out and a spear again. And another pin. I don't know, maybe Brian Outlaw is just looking to get this match over with already. Let me quickly make sure that it's no disqualification. Yep, no disqualification. We're all set. We're all good. But Edge reversed that one. And again, the quickness of Brian Outlaw. That's the thing about Brian Outlaw. He's very quick and he's very mindful. He's able to think real fast. And that's the thing, is you got to slow him down to win matches. You got to think before he does. And sometimes that's the toughest part, is people don't think quick enough and they hesitate, and you can't do that versus Brian Outlaw. And a big boot right to Edge. And Brian Outlaw getting the Outlaw weapon of choice. Steel chair. Tries to hit Edge. And Edge takes it away. Now just carrying Brian Outlaw. But Brian Outlaw able to get out of it with a couple of elbows to the head. Just a simple body slam to give Brian some breathing room. And a steel chair hitting the back of Edge. This is something that Brian Outlaw loves to do. He loves to use this. All of the Outlaws love to do this. Tries for the Hurricane Rana or possibly a drop kick, but Edge able to reverse that one. Edge got to find a way back in this matchup, and perhaps he just did with a reversal. Not even a 1 count. Way too early. Brian Outlaw still very fresh. I have never seen Edge get absolutely decimated like this before, but we know how Brian Outlaw is. Kind of just toying with Edge, telling him to get right back up. And a Hurricane Rana sending Edge down, and he is busted open. Edge trying to get back to a vertical base. Look for a move there, but Edge reversed. Planting Brian Outlaw. And now he's on the comeback. Lifts him up. takes Bryan down. But Bryan takes Edge down. Uh-oh, looking for the correction on Edge. But Edge reverses and gets out of it. And a spear to Bryan Outlaw. A spear out of nowhere. 2. And Edge beats Bryan Outlaw. Wow. 1 spear. That's all it took. That's all it took. Maybe Bryan Outlaw got a little ahead of himself. I don't know. You know how he is with all of his cockiness and everything. But the Rated R Superstar, way too much for even the Warden to come out with the victory. And Stone Cold, what's he doing here? Stone Cold attacking Edge. Making his return. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on right now. Why is this happening? Why is Stone Cold here? But he is. That's all that matters. You know, his no F's given attitude. Uh-oh, what's he going? Throwing Edge. I don't know what he was going for there, what he was looking for, but Edge plants Stone Cold with a DDT. And looking for a spear on Stone Cold. Spear on Stone Cold, wow. Stone Cold tried to catch Edge off guard, but the Rated R Superstar had eyes in the back of his head and able to intercept that. But wow, Stone Cold is back in RCW. Like I said, anything can happen, and I can't believe that just did. That's crazy. But for our main event, we have the RCW Women's Champion, Sky Outlaw, sister of Bryan and Jason and Luna, going up against Lita in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, for those of you that might be wondering how Sky is doing so far, I don't really know. She's not the type of person to really, I guess, say how she's feeling or anything. But you have to think she is happy that her sister qualified for the last spot in the Elimination Chamber match for her RCW Women's title. But I guarantee it's not going to be any different, because Sky and Luna used to wrestle each other back in MWE, so they're no stranger to wrestling each other, and I don't think it's going to be any different. I still think we're going to see one of the greatest matches we've ever seen in RCW at the Forsaken pay-per-view. So it should be really fun. And there she is, the youngest ever RCW Women's Champion, Sky, with her 2 brothers, Jason and Bryan, right behind her. Not that she needs them to win this match, but They always like being there for each other because family is everything to them. And Sky showing off that shiny title. Could this be the last regular season episode of RCW that we see her with that title? Will we see a new RCW Women's Champion come Season 4? Well, you'll have to wait and find out for that at the RCW Forsaken pay-per-view. As she takes on this woman, Lita. And we are underway here. This is 2 out of 3 falls. The first woman to get, obviously, 2 out of 3 falls wins. Disqualifications are in order. So if you break the rules and you use a weapon, a fall will be rewarded to your opponent. And Sky definitely knows that. For sure. So she can't use the weapon of choice, steel chair. Throws Lita to the outside. What's she going for here? And a drop kick right to the outside. Vigorous punches to the face of Lita. I'm pretty sure this is a matchup we've dreamed of seeing. Just smacks Lita. Finally gets back in the ring. Lita reverses. Now Lita looks to get some offense in this matchup. Wow. What a suplex. By a member of Team Extreme, Lita. Sky able to reverse that, and a head scissor takedown. And again, going right to the face. Uh-oh, what's she going for here? A super kick on Lita. Can she get the first fall in this matchup? No! With a 2 count. I guarantee Lita's not going down that easy. Irish whip to the corner. And a chop right to the chest of Sky Outlaw here. Draping her on the top rope. And a Hurricane Rana off of the top rope from Lita. Not even a 1 count. Referee didn't even have to count that one. As Sky is still very fresh in this matchup. And Lita using the ropes to her advantage. That is completely legal in this match. Now working on the arm of Sky Outlaw. Stretching the arms out. But Sky, what's she going? Just an elbow to the midsection. And Jason and Brian are loving seeing their sister kick some ass in this matchup here. Drop kick to the outside. But that's not going to help her with Lita being out there. So she throws her back in the ring. Able to reverse that. Now Lita kind of baited her a little bit, but no. Lita's got a small package. And Sky kicks out of 2. Almost had her there for the first fall. A bulldog to Lita. Looking for Sky's the limit on Lita and connects. Can she score the first fall? And no, Lita kicks out at the last second. 2.5. But I think I know what Sky's going for here. She calls this Skyfall. Let's see if she can land it. And she does. Look at that air on that one. And Lita still kicked out of 2. Lita definitely not the person to simply give up so easily. Just a penalty kicks to the midsection. And again, with vigorous punches to the face. I don't know why, but I guess Sky's the type of person that loves messing up all these women's faces. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just so that Sky can look better than anyone else. I don't know. She's a little bit conceited considering she comes out with a mirror in the entrance and loves looking at herself in that said mirror and then kissing the mirror. But looking for Sky's the Limit again on Lita, and she connects for a second time. Can Lita finally stay down? And no! Lita's still kicked out of 2, and Sky's very angry at the ref right now as she's complaining to the referee. Man, what a matchup this is. Lita with a snap suplex. Is Lita looking possibly for the Lita salt here? I don't know what she's going for here. Maybe a twist of fate? I don't know. Oh, wow, what a move. As Brian paying dividends for his sister, distracting Lita. I knew that Brian was going to get involved in this match. I just knew it. But Lita props back up. Throwing Sky to the apron. Sky able to turn that into a pin combination. And no, Lita still kicked out. But the Outlaws definitely got to be careful here, not facing ejection. And Skyfall again on Lita. Skyfall again on Lita. Let's see if she can stay down for the count this time. And no, she still won't stay down. Holy smokes. I guess Sky's going for it again. She's got to land it again. Going for it again and connects for a second time. Is she going to stay down finally? No, she kicked out again. How many Skyfalls is it going to take for Lita to stay down for at least one fall? Man, I've never seen somebody as tough as Lita. This is probably the best match Sky's going to have in her entire career. But hold that thought, because we haven't seen the Elimination Chamber match yet. Lita Salt coming up. And a Lita Salt. I don't know, a little bit of distraction there from Jason. And now Sky's on the comeback. Sky successful. Telling Lita to get up for this one. And a super kick to Lita. Can Lita finally stay down for that fall? And yes, she does. Finally. Sky gets her down. And Sky is leading 1-0 in this matchup. But Lita's not too far behind. I thought she was going to go for a twist of fate there. Wrenching on the arms of Sky. Sky's got to find a way out of this. She's able to escape with an elbow to the midsection. But Lita with an elbow of her own. Sky with a reversal. What a back and forth match this is, and wow, what a move. That appeared to be a spinning uppercut of some sort. Using the ropes for leverage. But only able to get a 1 count. Just kicks Lita down. And again, calling for another super kick. She might hit. I think if she hits it here, it's over. And another super kick on Lita. But that can't be enough. That's not enough. For Sky, not enough. Going for Skyfall again and lands it on Lita. Let's see if she can. She's been kicking out of this for a lot of this matchup. But she doesn't this time, and Sky beats Lita 2-0 in the 2 out of 3 falls match. Wow. That, out of all of those times she kicked out of the Skyfall, she didn't kick out of that one. What was different there? It was the same move. But you have to kind of give an assist to the Outlaws a little bit, as they distracted Lita a couple times in this matchup. But then again, Sky will tell you different. Sky will say she just beat her. But regardless of that, of how this match carried out, Sky is your winner. But the question is, will she be RCW Women's Champion in Season 4? Well, you're going to have to find out when RCW Forsaken premieres. That is the end of the regular season of RCW. I'd like to thank you guys for another phenomenal season. But like I said, we still have the pay-per-view to go. As far as when that is, I will have to figure that out. I don't necessarily know yet. But after that attack that Stone Cold put on Edge, there might be a match in order, because that's how we settle things inside the ring. So, with that said, thank you guys for joining me for this doubleheader RCW streams today. I can't wait for you guys to see the epic conclusion to Season 3, and I can't wait to start making storylines for Season 4. I already kind of have one in mind in my head, but like I said, I'm so happy that I got to, you know, that I bring this show to you guys. Like, this is fun. I enjoy it, and I'm so happy that you guys enjoy it as much as I love, like, bringing it and broadcasting it. Again, about yesterday, I apologize, you know, with the weather, you know, I can't control that. It's just, it's another thing. But luckily today, the weather, it's a bitter cold, but it's not like being blizzardy or anything outside. It's actually really nice outside right now. It's actually like sunny outside. It's not like blizzarding or whatever, or a blizzard like it was yesterday. So the internet's actually working the way it's supposed to. But anyways, I will let you guys know when that pay-per-view is. It'll probably won't be for another couple weeks or so, because I like for everyone, especially newer followers of the stream, I'd like for everyone to, you know, have a little bit of time to catch up, you know, for those who haven't. In case you miss any minute of this stream or any of the other episodes of RCW, even if it's like Season 2 or whatever, or if you're new to the stream and you want to check out RCW like all the way from the beginning, well, you can do that by going to my Botch TV YouTube channel. Everything is in a playlist. Everything is chronologically, conveniently in a playlist for your viewing pleasure. I highly recommend watching it in order. Like, Season 2 is obviously better than Season 1 because Season 1, I kind of just wanted to test this show out and everything, just to see if it was something that I really wanted to do before I, you know, put like my full time and effort into it. Not to say that I didn't put a lot of effort into Season 1, but you know what I mean. You know, like when you want to try something out and see how something is, like, you want to it's like sort of like a test run. So that's why Season 1 is only 6 episodes long compared to our normal 20 episodes. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining me, and I will catch you guys next time when I'm streaming the next episode. The next episode of RCW obviously will be the RCW Forsaken pay-per-view. It'll be the season finale of Season 3, and then most likely we'll finish up Season 1 of Lockdown while we're on break from RCW, because we're still on Season 1 of Lockdown, and then that'll like free up some time, right, to make storylines for the next season. But before I go here, I'd like to just tell you guys very quickly, like after, like what's gonna happen after the RCW Forsaken pay-per-view is done and over with and everything. So, sorry, I apologize. Got a little tickle in my throat there. So for those of you that are new here, who haven't ever seen RCW in your life, whatever, for whatever reason, I like to take breaks in between seasons, purposely because I want people to catch up, you know, if they so desire, and I want to give that opportunity for people to do that. And I can't do that right when I start a season right after I end one. So usually I like to take a couple weeks time, maybe even a few days, depending on, it all depends really. Most of the time I like to take maybe 2 or 3 weeks off from RCW to actually like compile some really good storylines together for the next season, and then figure out how I'm going to carry those storylines in, and if we have any special debuts or anything like that, figure out how to incorporate those in as well. You know, all that stuff. You know, all that good stuff. But during that time where we're on break and we're not streaming RCW, this is where I really need you guys. So for those of you that aren't in my Discord right at the moment, I will quickly enter the Discord command. Okay, oh, I spelled it wrong. I spelled it wrong. Spelled it wrong. My bad. Okay, that should be right. Okay, cool. So, let me wait for that quick to send out. Okay, there we go. So, there's the Discord server that I own, that I manage. Discord is completely free. You just have to create an account with an email and password that you'll remember, like almost everything else, and then you will and then create a username and then join the server. There are announcements where I use that channel mostly for you know, when I'm streaming, and there's a bot in the channel that will tell you when I'm streaming. So if you don't have notifications enabled or anything like that, if you join the Discord, the bot will tell you after a couple minutes after I've gone live, the bot will tell you, hey, Botch is live or whatever. When I post a new YouTube video, the bot will tell you when I do that. I will post like pay-per-view dates. I will post, you know, just important things. You know what I mean? Having to do with the stream. I will post important dates and stuff. It's just a real good way for us to stay connected and for you guys to stay connected with each other. There's a RCW channel, our RCW text channel where we can talk about RCW. There's a Lockdown channel where we can talk about my other show, the Lockdown. Movies, TV shows, music, anything that you can imagine that possibly can be talked about is talked about. I'm thinking of adding a sports channel there so we can just talk about like generic, just regular sports like football and stuff like that. So, you know, if you want to join the Discord, go ahead and do it, and I highly suggest you do, because it's just a good way to stay in tune with streaming. No, it's okay, Nikolai, you're alright. I understand people got things to do. But, oh, what the hell is this? Oh, it's just a piece of the carpet. But it's just a good way to stay in connect with me and the show, because I have it on my cell phone. I have Discord on my cell phone. I have Discord on my computer. So, and I have notifications enabled. So when you guys message anything on the server, I know about it. It sends me a notification right when you message it. So, and I don't normally check YouTube messages, or I don't even think you can do it anymore, or Twitch Whisperers. You know, I'm just not really good at that stuff, because, you know, not everybody has those things, and since everybody's like very diverse in what social media they choose to use, if they use any at all, I just think this is the best way to get more interaction with you guys. And, you know, you guys will find out some really surprising signings, like contract signings for RCW or Lockdown or whatever. Like I said, it's just another way to stay in connection with everybody in stream, and it's phenomenal. I love using it. There's only a couple people that are in the server right at the moment, like myself, couple other fellow viewers of the stream, and I want to make this a bigger thing. Ever since I added the currency, ever since I added the Lockdown thing, or not the Lockdown, the currency thing with titles and the rewards and everything else, like, that was purposely for you guys to engage, right? You know, to have something to talk about, something to strive for, you know what I mean? You know, and I feel like Discord, in a way, and this server is like giving back to you guys, because I'll be talking to you guys, and we'll be talking about the show. You know, just what's going on in our lives, what's interesting that's going on in our lives, you know, whatever. It's just cool, and I highly suggest you take advantage of that. As far as for those of you who are, like, you know, scared of social media or whatever, like, you know, because I know some people who are, you know, a little bit iffy on social media, like, they just don't like using it for whatever reason, or they might be scared of using it because of the stuff that can happen to people on social media, like with the hate messaging and stuff like that, and whatever. You know, I can tell you this right now, I've learned at a very young age that people are going to be mean. And, you know, there's going to be people that come in the stream that just troll the hell out of people. If it's not me, it's the viewers. I've seen it happen. It's happened in my stream. And it's bound to happen. But I can assure you, yeah, sure, I can give you a link to the Discord, yeah. I can use the, here it is. There it is. You should just accept that invite, If you don't have an account, you can go ahead and create one using an email and password. All you need is like a username that you're gonna go by. It doesn't matter what it is. That's for you to decide. But there's the Discord. That link should not expire. I set it so that link shouldn't expire at all. So it should be okay. Nothing should go wrong with that one. But I can assure you that if you join the Discord, it's managed by me. So if something happens, I will know about it. So it's not like Twitter where, you know, anybody can post anything, or Facebook where anybody can post anything without any, like, mediation or moderation or anything like that, without any consequence, you know? Like, there are rules for social media, you know, but anyways, I don't think many people follow them. There's proper ethics that not a lot of people follow, like, you know, just not being a terrible person online. But for some reason, in the world that we live in now, you know, it's, a lot of people think it's okay to be just a terrible person to people. And online is a place where people can be that way. Especially with YouTube. I can tell you that. With YouTube or any platform like this, you know, with even on Twitch, there's you know, there's the possibility of, you know, people being, there's the possibility of people, you know, just being terrible people, and I'd like to assure you that anything that goes on in this Discord, I will know about it, and if something bad goes on between a user and another user, whoever is the aggressor, they'll be kicked out. They'll be banned from the Discord server. They'll be kicked from it. No harm, no foul. They'll be banned from the server. You know, I'm pretty sure we don't want to deal with those types of people, and I'm pretty sure you don't, because nobody likes that type of person that goes in and just ruins it for everybody or trolls everybody, you know. But apparently in a world that we live in, like, if we have different opinions, our first instinct is to attack each other, and that is my Discord, and it's not gonna... Wait, it's saying enter an instant invite. Really? Let me click on that link for you. Let me see what's going on here. Do you have an account? Because if you don't, then that's probably why. Because it should, from the link that I clicked on, it just says accept invite to the server. Like, if you don't have Discord on your computer or whatever, or on your device that you are using, then obviously you would have to download it and make an account. So yeah. Real quick, like I said, before I go, I'd like to tell you guys just one thing that is wrestling related that I guarantee you guys will be excited to see. So I love taking photos. I love editing photos. I love taking photos. That's what I love doing, especially when I go to events like concerts and stuff. Like, who doesn't love doing that? And I actually take screenshots. I take screenshots of, like, RCW stuff, and I edit them together, or I'll edit video packages together for some wrestlers. You know, it all depends on what I want to do. So this March, which is a couple months away from now, or a month or two away from now, this March I'll be taking my good friend Brennan, one of my good friends from college who I just met this semester. He's he's from the town that I was born in, which is shocking because not many people that I know are from the town that I was born in. But he's a diehard fan of wrestling, and I asked him, I said, have you ever been to a live event before? Like, have you ever been to like WWE Live or WWE Raw or SmackDown? He's like, no. And so I said, well, there's 2 wrestling events happening near us. Do you want to go to one of them, or both, or one? I don't even know. So he said, yeah, I'm down. So I got us tickets, and we're right behind front row. So we're behind the row that's front row. So we're almost ringside seats. And I've never had like ringside seats before. This is just a house show. This isn't Raw. This isn't SmackDown, but it's still WWE. And I've been to one before. I've been to a house show. I've been to SmackDown. I haven't been to Raw, and I've always wanted to go to Raw. That's like on my bucket list. I definitely want to go to Raw. But that's his first ever wrestling event live, and him and I talk about wrestling all the time. And I told him about house shows sometimes are better shows. Yeah. It all depends on how the script is written for the matches and stuff. But Seth Rollins is going to be there. Sasha Banks is going to be there. Ronda Rousey is going to be there. I hate Ronda Rousey, so I can't wait to be standing there and booing the hell out of her as she comes out. You know, it's going to be fun. Seth Rollins, I love Seth Rollins. Freaking love the guy. He's a stand-up guy. And I'm going to try and get a fist bump from Seth Rollins. So that's what I'm going to really hope for and try for. But I'll definitely post pictures of it in the Discord under the wrestling channel. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see that. I'll honestly, if that literally ends up happening, I will like die if that ends up happening. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I freaking love Seth Rollins, man. Like, you know, he's just a real good dude, and you know, even after he won the Royal Rumble and seeing the promo that he cut on Raw, you know, seeing the tears in his eyes, you know, because he wanted to achieve his dream, you know, and he was talking about how he like was driving trucks and stuff like that, and if it wasn't for wrestling, it would be, he would be doing a lame truck driving job, and that's it. But wrestling was the answer for him. He also made a wrestling school for wrestlers that want to become like WWE, the next WWE superstars. He made a wrestling school where he trains other wrestlers, which I thought was really cool. And his mom and his parents and himself, they actually have like a house that they rent out for these wrestlers to sleep in, which I think is really cool, and it would be an honor to even be in the presence of somebody that's that humble and you know, just a real stand-up guy. You know, no matter how they are on TV, no matter like if they suck at promos or whatever, like, you know, there's very few people in the celebrity world that are actually down to earth and really nice people. And most of the wrestlers that I've met over the years, not and this is including not WWE, like a lot of them are the down to earth people, and they're really cool, and I can't wait to share that really awesome experience with one of my good friends. And honestly, like, we've only been friends since I met him this semester, and the semester started January 14th. So we've only been friends for a couple weeks, but I guarantee we're going to be friends for life, because he's just, my buddy here, he's just a real cool dude, and, you know, I was willing to spend almost $300 on tickets for him and I to go somewhere, so, you know, because, you know, it's his first event, so, you know, I want to make it, you know, fun. And what's more fun than being ringside at a wrestling event, you know? So, it's cool. We're going to be so close to Seth Rollins and Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey and all that. And I think it's going to be a great show. And I can't wait to show you guys on Discord. On Discord and everything. So, I'll definitely post that on Discord. One last thing. I'll definitely type it in for those of you that, you know, just came in, that don't have the link. Here it is. It's the link to the server. Feel free to join it. It's open to join as long as you're a nice person and don't start drama and don't start other bullcrap that's on the internet now. Then you're good. Then you're pretty much good. The channels that you'll find on there: announcements, wrestling, RCW, where we talk about RCW and stuff. Lockdown, where we talk about Lockdown, TV shows, music. If there's anything you want to talk about, it's on there. There's a channel for it. I'm creating a sports channel for it so that you can talk about any sports, like outside of wrestling, like UFC, football, whatever. Because there's other sports that people are into that they like talking about, and I like talking about stuff outside of wrestling too. So so feel free to join that server. Like I said, it's just a good place for all the fans, even if you're not a fan of what I do here on stream. It's just a good place to get in contact with, you know, really awesome people. And I can say that I'm a member of a couple Discord servers and Discord communities that have really helped me grow my channel, and it's just a good place to meet really good people. I really discovered that after, you know, taking streaming real seriously, you know, as a college student that does this, that streams and part-time and does college full-time, you know, trying to, you know, become a commentator for wrestling. You have a problem, I will try to get... What's going on, Nikolai? Is there something that's going on with a link that's not allowing you to... It's not allowing you to join in? Because everyone else has had no problem joining in using that link, so I don't know what's going on. But I highly suggest you join that. It's just a good place to find some people and just connect with people, and the internet allows us to do that now. The internet has made it 10 times easier for us to create really awesome communities. And, you know, wrestling is not the first sport that everyone talks about, I can tell you that. Everyone knows about... You don't know your password? Well, do you know the email that... You have your password on a piece of paper. Okay, well then find it and then enter it. But if you can't find it, then you can always reset your password via email. I mean, I always make my passwords the same as everything. Let me quickly check real fast if you actually did join the server, and I'll do that real quick for you. it doesn't see. There's nothing. I don't see your name in here. Okay, so I just copied a brand new link. I'm gonna post it in chat just because it's a different link, and maybe try using that one. I honestly don't know. I don't know what's going on, but damn, why did I click on that? I didn't mean to do that. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you guys for joining me for episode 19 of season 3 of RCW. Sorry, going on a tangent a little bit, but you know, I just want to tell you guys, you know, kind of what's going on and what to expect. You know, because what's happening in my life, surprisingly, some of you find it really interesting. Shockingly, I don't know how, but some of you really find it interesting. Anyways, join that Discord if you want to. Join that Discord if you want to. I post a lot on there, especially off stream, so I will catch you guys next time. The next stream we'll have is Lockdown, guaranteed, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you'll have to figure out whatever that time is, if you live in a different time zone or different country or whatever. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the stream's coming in. But we'll see it. We'll see you next time. As far as the announcement for the RCW Forsaken pay-per-view, it'll be in Discord under the announcements on the announcements channel. So keep an eye out for that once I determine a date for that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's stream.